This week's Safety Toolbox Talk is on public and client protective measures. I'm standing in the foyer of a beautiful building downtown Chicago, and in this particular zone and around the corner in phase 2, we're going to be doing a massive curtain wall project. So the protective measures we have inside the dwelling, as you can see, are closed signage, and then we've barricaded this entire wall that we're going to paint to match this facade. We've got some barricades up so that the owner and client really can't see us. We're isolated away from their work. Now, we built this corridor into our work zone, but leaving this open because there's an adjacent restaurant that is not our client right next to us. We've put our protective floor mat in, right, to control dust. We've got some signage. Basically, you know what? This is a construction zone. Stay out. But now we're still inside the building in their foyer. Look at the protective measures that have been put in on this marble floor. We've protected the entire floor with plywood, taped it all down. We've protected the stairs. We protected this handicap ramp, which is all interior marble finishes. And then this is where this area here, this dwelling in front of you right here, was where the rotation glass doors were. So we've taken out those doors and we've built this foyer area here, insulated. It's all insulated. And then we come outside here into the plaza area where we're building scaffolding to go all the way up to the ceiling, so that our scope of work is to remove these glass panels from the ground all the way to the ceiling. So as you can see, we're also protecting the exterior marble here of the clients. And then our staging area is all inside our protective site fence, all the way around the perimeter of us. Now, as we're building this scaffold system closer to the city sidewalk, we actually put a temporary canopy illuminated out there on the sidewalk so that any passerbys will not be exposed to the scaffold system being built all the way up to the roof system. So looking at this, obviously we have our fire extinguishers in here, we have our staging area in here, and this is all protected inside of our site fence. This is our zone, phase 1 here. Phase 2 is all of this area here in a few months when phase 1 is complete. But moving outside of our fencing, as you can see, we have barricades, we have signage. We lock that chain up at night. Out here for deliveries, we got a permit from the city of Chicago, and we actually made ourselves an offload zone. We have it delineated here, put the flashing tape on the face of the Jersey barricade, so in off hours or during the day, any of this vehicular traffic will not run into the face of our Jersey barricade. So that's actually a good catch right there. And it gives us an area to stage dumpsters and lifts and so on and so forth out here. So when we do our safety pre-construction meeting for every project, we talk about how can we protect the owner, the client, and the pedestrians from harm's way on our projects. So there was an awful lot of pre-planning put into place in the pre-construction meeting. But when you visually come out here and you start to see everything else that you're dealing with in your work vicinity, like this glass light, we ended up having to come in here and protect this glass light in this location and some of the marble that's going to be above our scaffold system. And then of course here's our protective canopy as we're walking through to the other elevation, and we meshed so that any dust or anything we might create in there would be protected from the public. But down on this elevation we had something out of the ordinary with this AstroTurf area This AstroTurf area here, believe it or not, downtown Chicago, is an area for children to play on occasion. And what had happened the other day is as they were kicking their soccer ball kept going underneath our scaffold system. So our Bergland team ended up having to build this exterior small wall to stop the children from coming into our zone. And then again, some directional signage, and the fact that we have standpipes here. So when this exterior wall is built on this entire system, and the curtain wall, that whole area is going to be heated, and that curtain wall starts coming down, it's all going to be isolated from the public. And then of course the counterweights are going to act as a counterweight, obviously, so that this thing doesn't move or tip over on us. Moving forward on our projects, every project is supposed to have a safety pre-construction meeting. That pre-construction meeting is supposed to understand the logistics of our projects and preventative measures put into place to protect the public and to protect the owner and the client. So this week's Safety Toolbox Talk, let's talk a little bit about what jobs you might have going or coming up and the protective measures that you're going to premeditate and implement when your scopes begin. Let's have a safe day. Let's have a safe week. Thank you.